Talking about milk and cashews, Quincy?
Milk and cashews. I just happen to like them. That's just a tasty snack. Okay, all over the world. Pickles. No.
So you think Captain Caveman?
He would eat the carpet. I'm gonna have to call it an even draw. Soap on a rope? No, sir. I never heard of it. Like, well, actually, maybe I've seen soap on a rope. Ridiculous. Maybe old school, but name would not Bill Cosby's name. People have a different desire.
Captain App.
And on like if the burger's fried or boiled. How would you know this? Oh, the yucky cookies? Sometimes you can mix them with Cheez-Its.
Where did that come from?
Punch the clown. Holy Toledo, my man.
We're gonna start a world war here.
But
that's what I don't want to do. That's one of those things. I know. I never really even gave that a thought.
Been hitting the milk too hard, I think.
All right. Oh, sure. Okay. Well, again.
Without further ado, Quincy Briscoe!
You can keep your wine and cheese. They give me the blues. You want to help? Hand me the milk and cashews.
I never said that I was being used. I'm doing right with my milk and cashews.
And here he is, the ladies and gentlemen, the host with the most, the one and only Quincy Briscoe.
What's up with you guys?
What's going on with you, Quince?
Nothing.
What's good?
What's good? Sometimes good. No news is good news. All depends.
With Gary Gnu?
It all depends on what you're looking for, right?
Okay.
Right.
Well, there we go. All right. We have a loaded mailbag this week, Quincy. We're going to get right into it. So, Mikey Harvard, go right ahead.
We have a question from the floor representative at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. His name is LeBron. He's from Cleveland, Ohio. And his question, Mr. Briscoe, is, what song best describes you?
What song best describes me?
Yes.
It's hard to say because there's a lot of songs I love. And the rock and roll, I still like a lot of the songs from the 70s and the 80s. How about Radar Love? Or We Got a Friend That's Called Radar Love. That's just one of the many songs I grew up with.
You think it describes you, though. What song describes you? What song do you think reflects you?
Hard to tell. I can't really pick one favorite song. There's a lot of songs I love. But like I said, I can pinpoint from the years of the 70s and the 80s. It's hard to pick one good song. Because music, it motivates, it does good things. It's just, I can't really pick just one good song. You start out and you go from there. It's hard to tell.
Does the panel have any thoughts on the matter?
I would say Working for the Weekend by Loverboy.
Okay, that's a good pick. I'll have to agree with you on that one. That's a good, you start up with a pickup, motivate the crowds with something like Working for the Weekend from Loverboy, and you go from there, because how to motivate crowds, and then you pick up the pace from there. So it all started with me.
Is that like your life? You pick up the pace and you motivate the crowd.
Well, that's what I've been known to do. It's like they'll say, go out there and get this crowd motivated. So let's pick up the pace now. So you made a good choice. So you start motivating these crowds. Everybody's working for the weekend. And on it goes. And you pick up the pace. Move it, keep it going. And on you go from there.
Now, what are the techniques that you use to pick up the pace and motivate the crowd?
You drink something like coffee, cashews, have it, whatever. Because the thing is... if you know you have a late night of doing this, you take...
How late are we talking?
Oh, let's see. Parties could go like 10 till 10, 12 o'clock.
It's a long time. It's late.
Crazy night that is. Huh?
Hey,
What do you think, South Boston, Jeff?
What do I think of Quincy's? Yeah, that's an excellent choice. Working for the weekend. That's probably what I would have picked if for mine, because I'm a pretty hardworking guy myself. You stole it, so I'm gonna have to think of another one.
No more, Mr. Nice Guy.
Well,
no more,
too.
Mr. Clean Clean. That's another good one. The
right,
golden oldies from like the 70s, the 80s. Some of the 90s stuff is good. Mix it up.
What's wrong with little Alice Cooper?
Nothing wrong with that at all. What type of songs you like?
I would. I'd have to go with. If I was picking a song for myself, I'd go with 8 Days a Week.
Okay, that's another good one. The Beatles, 8 Days a Week. If you ask me, though, that's like a bit of a mellower song. You know, Beatles mellow songs. But then, like, you start out with the crowd that's almost like dinner music. Almost like when the dinner's through, then you start to pick the pace up.
What do you think about being a little Baroque music, though? A little too much?
I'm a little broke. That's
What
why
do you
I
mean?
work. That's why I work.
Well, Marky D, what do you think of a song to describe yourself?
Help.
Help,
Beatles.
need somebody, help. Not just anybody, help. I can tell. Most of these are
I'm looking for
Beatles
help all
fans
the
tonight.
time.
Right? I take it you're a Beatles fan?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah. Who's not? How can you not be a Beatles fan? What about the our esteemed leader here at the head of the table?
Back in Time by Huey Lewis.
Okay, that's another. Huey Lewis on the news.
Why?
Because I wish I was back in time.
Oh.
Well, okay. Let's see. Huey Lewis had some good ones. Back in Time.
Right.
What else? I'm on a new drug. One that won't make me sick. One that won't make me smash my car. And, let's see.
And the rest of them are about love.
Pretty much. Well, Huey Lewis on the
I
news.
thought of another song for you, Quincy.
Okay.
Weird Al Yankovic's Dare to Be Stupid.
Weird Al Yankovic is there to be stupid. Like all the songs, I'll have to say two songs, like "Eat It" and what was the other?
I don't know. You're the one picking.
Well, no, there was "Eat It" and I Lost on Jeopardy.
Okay.
And the thing about I Lost on Jeopardy, that's right, Al, you lost. And let me tell you what you didn't win. A 21 volumes of the Encyclopedia International. A case of Turwax and a year's supply of severely the San Francisco treat. But that's not all. You also made yourself look like a jerk in front of thousands of people. And you brought shame and disgrace on the family and for generations to come. You don't even get to come back tomorrow. You don't even get a lousy copy of our home game. You're a complete loser. See, all these songs I grew up with, that's like in... the 70s, the 80s, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Jeff.
a great answer.
What about you, Jeff?
It would probably be that old Cheech and Chong number because when
in smoke.
troubled times begin to bother me, I take a toke and all my cares go up in smoke. Yeah, probably something like that. That's
Let's not forget, the mama talked to me, told me not to live. Cheech and Chong.
yeah, that's Earache My Eye. But that song doesn't describe me very well.
Well, what song
she
does-
could talk me in the bathroom with a pair of pantyhose. I mean, yeah.
Well, you know, we don't know about it. We don't know what goes on in there.
Pantyhose.
yeah.
What is this?
And the next
those
question. What's the next question, Mike?
Moving right along.
Our next question comes from Jesus in Guatemala.
Jesus.
And his question is, Mr. Briscoe, do you pray for humanity or celebrate it?
Pray for humanity or
Celebrate it.
humanity. Is that, first of all, I want to make sure what humanity is that trouble or good thing?
No, do you pray for humanity?
I want to know what humanity is. I want to make sure I know what I'm doing. Humanity,
Humanity. Humans. People.
pray for people. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I want to make 100% sure that I know what I'm talking about. Yes.
Okay.
I tried it.
We try.
Yeah.
Try. We try to make you understand. That's
So I want to make
that's
sure.
our goal in life, I think.
Well, I want to make sure I know what the questions are before I answer them.
That's
you know,
right.
Isn't that a safe thing to do?
It is the best way to answer a question. So, do you pray for humanity or celebrate humanity?
Is humanity a good thing or a bad thing? Is what I'm asking.
Well, that's pretty much what we're looking for is your point of view on that. In other words, we're asking, do you pray for humanity, say you think that humanity may be being lost, or do you celebrate humanity because humanity is such a great thing?
Again, hard to tell. The world's so screwed up out there. It's hard to tell what humanity is, if it's good or bad.
You don't have an impression at all of
No,
what
I'll have
humanity
to
is?
say it's mixed emotions on humanity.
How you feel about humanity?
Well, how do you feel about humanity? I'll try that a little bit more. How do you feel about humanity?
Well, I feel humanity's doing pretty well right now. I
If-
think I celebrate humanity. I mean, I think that most of the world is in pretty good shape.
Well, most of it is.
Half of it is killing each other, but those we could probably do without that half anyway. But
Humanity, well, most of the world's good, but some of it's nasty. So
I think people try to be good.
we try, but the world's violent. It's humanity. I suppose it's good, yeah. But it all depends on where you're going.
So what percentage of the world do you think is violent?
If I start pointing fingers, then we're only asking for trouble. But we know there's trouble in some of these
No,
places.
I'm just asking a generality here. I'm just saying, what in your opinion?
If I start pointing fingers, am I going to get in trouble over this?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
No
I'm
way.
just asking you what percentage of the world.
Some of it.
Some of it.
How much is some of it?
How much is some of it? I mean,
20%?
all right. Now, a whole is 100%.
20%?
20% of the world is evil.
Some of it, yeah.
Okay. All right. We can accept that. We can accept that.
That
So
Again,
that
I don't want
means
to start pointing fingers because we know there's trouble in some of these
in
places.
River City.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, again, we don't want the troublemakers coming over here and then.
What do you think, Jeff? Do you pray for humanity or celebrate it?
No, I definitely pray for humanity. I think there are more. I think there is more hate than love in the world, and I think that there are more stupid and ignorant people than there are trying to keep the world in order. I mean, we got to. I don't want to. When you look at Facebook every day and they show you pictures that you don't want to see of burnt children and everything, and they ask you to pray for them, and they're like, no, I pray that you leave me alone. What's the name? What's the name of that joker who's in prison now and he's up for parole? The child molester there who was he was up for parole and so he was
Well,
just
they put
about
him back in, I think.
Yeah, and so he
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his
they
name.
just
though.
Bill Cosby?
No.
Close,
but no
yeah,
cigar.
it's another perv, a different
Close, but
form
no
of
Jell-O
perv,
for
but,
you.
The
but
one,
the thing is,
one on the wild car chase. What's his name? The basketball player, the football player.
No.
OJ?
No.
so he was about to be released from prison, and now he's not going to because he exposed himself again to a
Yeah.
couple of nurses.
Right, exactly.
Tell me
what's his,
something.
name,
Why is a child molester getting protected custody from the U.S. government? Because that's basically what it is. I think they should release him from prison anyway, because there are plenty of people out there that are ready to rip his head off and everything, or set him on fire right there in his
Well,
wheelchair.
that's just it. If
In
prison, the inmates in a prison, they can deal with murderers, they can deal with robbers, they can deal with that kind of thing. But it's amazing the feelings that are brought on by people that do things to children.
In prison,
Right.
they
In
got to deal with
prison,
anything. Police
it's-
officers will
it's-
deal with anything.
It's probably-
so
they
won't
are
let,
probably the outcasts.
like he he
The
I mean he
outcasts of
knows
prison.
that
they have
he's
to be
done
protected
for
in
once he-
prison. They'll
Yeah.
be killed in prison.
Well, of course they're going to be killed.
No,
Look
he
at
won't.
these,
He'll be
prisons.
safe in
Like,
prison. Like
They're
he
not
has been
safe
for
in
the last
prison.
20 years. Like
These
he has
prisons-
been.
He's been in protective custody in prison.
These
Because
prisons,
the prisoners, if they get their hands on him, they'll do some nasty thing.
if you watch some of these prison shows, they're full of 10 to 20 prisoners. In other words, how do you build more prison blocks? That keep all these prisoners one prisoner per cell, or the prisoners have to learn how to protect themselves.
Yeah,
And the
but-
trouble in today's generation, the prisoners are no more than 16 or 17. Okay?
I know. All I know is that the two worst things you can be in a prison, number one is a snitch,
And number two
and number
is
two
a pedophile.
is a kitty toucher.
A Skinner. That's the lingo. That's the
Those
jail
are the
lingo.
those are the two worst things
Skinner.
that you can be in a prison. You're in.
Oh, yeah,
You got to keep your eye everywhere.
So, Marky, Marky D.
But my answer, but that's what pisses me off the most is because people like that actually get protection paid for by our U.S. government and my tax dollars. So,
Jeff,
yeah.
you pray for humanity.
Yes, I do.
And Marky D, do you pray or celebrate?
Well, I would like to celebrate humanity, and I do celebrate those that
Let's say both
that
pray
deserve
and
it.
celebrate.
that deserve it. But I do pray for the fact that it seems to be. I think we're heading towards the movie Idiocracy. If anybody's ever seen that movie, it
What do you mean heading towards it?
well, we're not quite there yet. We're really on the
Are
cusp.
you sure?
We're on the cusp. But I mean, it's a scary thought that the first time I saw that movie, I laughed at it. But the second and third time I saw it, I'm saying, this could really happen. And it really almost became a horror movie to me because it just seems so possible and almost inevitable because of the way they described how in the movie how the world came to be that way, and it just seems so possible.
I would just add that I would neither pray nor celebrate humanity, but weep for humanity.
Yeah.
And I'll pass on to the end of the table. Pray, celebrate, or something else.
Wipe them out. All of them.
All of them. Well, you got to remember you're part of it, so.
And let God sort them out.
God, there you go. Well, that'd be on the part of praying, I would assume.
Our next question comes from Kit in Kathmandu. The question is, if you were a candy bar, what candy bar would you be?
Reese's, I guess, because when I used to like candy when I was a kid, I had to say Reese's.
Reese's what?
Reese's peanut butter cups, because chocolate and peanut butter go together. Just like in Hershey's, nuts and chocolate go together.
So that's the kind of candy bar you would be?
Well, you what?
That's the question.
Now,
what
would
kind
you,
of a
you
candy
may
bar
like
would you be?
You may like Reese's, but what do you think you would be if you were a candy bar?
It's what the kids would eat. Reese's peanut butter cups. Why not? I mean, what? All the candy's the same to these kids, right? So.
Not always, no.
Well, let's see. Well, what kind of candy do you think most of these kids like today? Tootsie's lollipops or chocolate?
That's not the point. See, we have to explain these points to you, I think.
What would that be?
What candy bar do you think you would be? Quincy, if there was a candy bar called a Quincy bar, what do you think it would be closest to as far as a regular candy bar goes?
What would a Briscoe bar be?
What would a Briscoe bar be like?
Would it be
Peanut butter and chocolate. Then.
Oh, okay.
Peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Why?
because the combination, peanut butter and chocolate, tastes good together.
It's chocolate and full of nuts.
Yeah, why not? It's just like you must have had like chocolate.
Sure.
So doesn't it taste good?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Well, if you could have one choice, it's been a long time since I have candy, but you know what? I would have to say chocolate and peanut butter, because remember how the old school commercials went? Look what they did my chocolate. Look what they did my peanut butter. That's good.
Yeah.
Weren't those commercials fun?
Oh, they were great.
What do you think, South Boston Jeff? What kind of candy bar would you be?
Probably a whatchamacallit. What do you call it? A
Whatchamacallit.
A whatchamacallit.
Yeah,
That's an
I'm
actual
asking
candy
its
bar?
name.
What is a whatchamacallit?
You've never had a whatchamacallit?
No.
Oh, I don't believe this. It's like it's kind of like a crispy. It's what would you like? It's kind of like peanut brittle surrounded by. No, it's not.
It's more like a Rice Krispie treat with chocolate and peanut butter.
Yeah, that's it. It's like a Rice Krispie treat with caramel on the top and then covered in chocolate. Whatchamacallit.
Oh, okay.
They're very good.
Very good.
Miss Marky D, what do you think?
I don't. You know, that's a good question as far as what I think I would be. Maybe a payday.
again,
I'd like
that's
to be a payday.
those have peanuts and chocolate.
No, they don't have any chocolate.
Payday, don't.
Payday is a caramel log covered with nuts.
I'll have you know.
Ooey gooey.
Well, a payday
It's
is
a
also
ooey-gooey
what you
log.
call it when somebody takes a dump in the back part of the toilet.
Right. It's a ooey gooey log covered with nuts.
That just sounds so
There's
funny.
a 10-inch log and a 14-inch log, depending on how you rub it.
Okay.
I would go with the Mr. Good Bar.
There you go. Because, again, peanuts and chocolate, right?
That's right. Yep.
Peanuts and dark chocolate.
I think that's
No,
it.
no,
yeah.
no, Mr. Good, they're not dark. There's such a thing as like Hershey's dark, but then but Mr. Good Bar is definitely regular chocolate. They're not rich chocolate.
Milk
I
chocolate.
think you're right. I think it's regular chocolate and
Milk chocolate.
but it has peanuts in it, like not mixed in, but like whole parts of peanuts. Yes.
Because I would definitely, in my times when I had candy, like I said, I know dark chocolate and regular chocolate. Regular chocolate is definitely a lot better than darker chocolate.
Why do you find that to be the
Too
case?
rich. It's like
That's milk chocolate.
dark chocolate.
No, what you're thinking of is regular chocolate is milk chocolate.
Yeah, but there is such a thing. Some of these candy bars. Have you tasted like a darker
I'm
milk
not
chocolate?
questioning that there isn't, but you're just calling it regular chocolate. It isn't regular. There's milk chocolate and then
The
there's dark
chocolate
There's
Inquisition.
bittersweet chocolate. But
I like
stuff
the
that's on
regular, original
milk
chocolate. Those are the best. When I used to like candy when I was a
Let's
kid.
clarify these things now.
Yeah.
Let's get it straight.
They are
Well,
important.
Mr. Good Bar and all the other good old candy bars when candy was first invented, I think was started with universal
Milk chocolate.
milk chocolate. It wasn't too sweet. It wasn't too. It was
Rich.
just. Who
Wasn't
didn't love
too
candy when
strong.
they were kids? Most of us, we all loved candy when we were little, like 5 or 6 year olds. And what's more, candy was affordable. Remember the days where you could buy candy when you were like 5 cents, 1
Oh,
cent to
yeah.
5
Yeah,
cents?
Newsview.
I do not. No.
I remember a candy bar for a quarter, and that's
At my
back when I was
age,
10.
we used to go down to the corner store, and they had a big cabinet, glass cabinet, and they had penny candy.
Yeah, that's exactly
And
what I'm referring to.
You could get like these things that were called mint juleps, and what were the other things? Cherry stone, and you'd get 2 for a penny or 3 for a penny.
Then with the
and
golden-
you could for 25 cents, you could fill a little bag with penny candy.
Those were the sweet golden old
Of course,
days.
that was eons ago,
That was like
millennia.
so.
millennia. Yes,
But nowadays, you go and buy a cup candy bar. It's going to cost you like
$1.50.
$1.50, depending on where you buy the candy from, right?
There used to be a nickel.
My name is Michael. I got a nickel. I got a nickel shiny. You know, I'm gonna buy me all kinds of candy. That's
Not
what I'm
anymore, you
gonna
know.
do. No, you can't do that anymore. Those days are
Those
gone. You can't buy candy or a cup of coffee or anything for a nickel anymore.
All right, so we got a chocolate with peanut butter mixed in. So like a Reese's Pieces. We got a whatchamacallit.
That's right.
We got a what were you, Marky?
A payday.
A payday.
And
A Mr. Good Bar. And what do we got over here?
Snickers, because I satisfy.
what now?
Snickers bar.
Hungry, why wait?
Good choice. What makes you choose that? What was that called now?
A Snicker.
Snickers. Okay, Snickers. Those were good too in their times because they had caramel, chocolate, and nuts in them.
They still do.
And they do, yeah. And let's see, the Milky Way bar, they didn't have nuts, but they were caramel.
They had nougat.
Yeah, nougat.
Nougat,
Yeah, you had to
okay.
whip up that nougat.
Now that's a fine piece of chocolate.
All these candies, you take your pick. They were good in trick or treats, which they still are in today's generation. You go out, and once more now, to candy today, you could buy. I'm not knocking it, but I'm telling you the truth. A bag of candy is going to cost like, depending how big it is, like $3 or $4 for like how many pounds of candy? Like a 3 or 4 pound bag of candy that they buy for Halloween, right?
I don't know where you buy your candy, but there's no $3 or $4. That's for sure.
Well, almost everywhere you go, like, and it's depending on how big
like,
it is.
More like $25.
Oh yeah, I have to admit this conversation is making me yearn for
Hungry.
a chocolate bar.
Really? I want a big payday.
And,
Well, let's see. Well, the bigger candy bars, you're going to pay a little bit more money.
king size.
But then, meantime, if you buy a big bag of candy, you're gonna have the midget size, what they call fun size candy bars. They're about this long.
They called them what?
Fun size.
Oh, I thought he said butt fun.
That's what I heard too. Yeah.
That's what I heard. Butt fun.
Butt fun candy.
Butt fun,
What the
yeah.
hell
Midgets.
is that?
Well, you could call it butt fun too.
Butt fun with midget.
Where do you buy your
Little
candy?
Hershey squirts.
Really?
Hershey's quartz. Hershey's what makes most of these candies. Yeah, Hershey's quartz. Okay, we can
There
call
you
it
go. Hershey squirts. Next question.
Yeah, I have
right
one
along.
more question.
One more question.
from
Quincy.
Gulliver in Dublin.
Oh, Gulliver in Dublin.
And Gulliver's question is, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live and why?
Oh, that's a tough question. You mean like I'd have to say America. Why not just stick to number one? America has good, regular, universal language. The people's nice.
What do we speak?
Regular Americans. We can understand our language.
What is our language?
American, right?
Well, close.
Well, what are we then?
Well, where did we originally come from? We're going to do this history lesson again thing.
What up?
Where did we come from originally?
Earth.
Well, the Earth. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Yeah, I got to get it.
No, the language. Where did the language come from?
Seems to me we talked about this on a
We
very
did talk about
It's
this
related.
once before.
What did the language?
Where did
what is
our-
the language
What
called?
language did we come from?
Okay, answer this.
Where'd the Pilgrims come from?
Oh, the Boston Tea Party, right?
No.
That we went through this.
A week ago.
A week ago, right? No, where did they come from?
Some of them, anyway.
Some of them, yeah, most of them probably.
It's a lot like playing Cowboys and Indians. Pilgrims are a lot like a
No. Where did? Do you remember the name of the ship they came over on?
battleship.
No.
Noah's Ark.
Who's got a book here? Knows that.
Not McHale's Navy's boat. I'll give it that.
You sank my battleship.
The Pilgrims came,
B7.
Pilgrims came across the ocean on a boat.
What was it? What
From
was
what
it called?
country?
You got me on that, but that was so long ago.
It was so long ago.
You are dressed like a pilgrim. Why can't you remember?
Wait, do you remember where they landed? I mean, it's
Nah, Plymouth.
not that close. It's
Plymouth.
Not far away.
Plymouth Rock.
Plymouth Rock. All right.
And
we
what
got
was
that
the
much.
boat they were on?
And what was the boat they were on? What was the name of the boat they were on?
It's a month.
It's our state flower.
You got me on that one. Mayflower.
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 There we go. And where did they come from? Where did they leave from? They left this country to come here. They left what country to come here? Because of religious persecution,
Quincy.
they left.
Blank muffin.
Like Muppet.
Blank muffin.
Muppet.
Muffin.
Muffin.
Blank muffin.
Okay, blank muffin.
If he says corn, I'm going to hit him.
Not corn muffin, but what country is other than named Muffin? Muffin. Again, they got me. It's been so long since I said
All
that.
right. Nooks and cranny.
Oh, Thomas. Yeah,
No, they didn't
English
come
muffin.
from Thomas.
English.
Hey.
English.
All right. So, what language?
English.
They speak English. All right. That didn't take long.
No, only about 5 minutes.
that didn't take long.
Well, that's how come I love America?
I
Because
forgot what the question was. We were going
well,
for.
again, it's so easy. Why? Okay. Where would you go if you would? You'd have to learn different languages, or you have to get.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of countries that speak English.
Most countries speak English in some degree.
Yeah, but then you have to get an Interpenator,
we were
right?
just asking what country would you like to live in?
Get a what?
America.
You'd like to live in America?
I would have to
Yeah.
get. I would have to get a what?
A what?
If I went somewhere else, I would have to get a what?
Well, where would you like to go?
It's a great question. I would go to.
Yeah, each and every right now, as long as we answer the question. Okay, everyone gets a chance.
I would. I think I would go to Japan.
Okay, well, to make the show interesting. How come? Why Japan?
Their subways are always on time.
On-time subways. Okay.
Great reason to go there.
All right. How's the weather in Japan?
It's pretty good, I think. It's
the same as it
similar
is
to here. There's a lot of variety, and they got a lot of good fish. They're very
Good.
very polite, and a lot of good electronics.
Good fish, good electronics. Okay.
Yeah, but they got the gremlins hiding in those electronics.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Gremlins
Everyone,
came over.
everyone
How
has
about
a
you,
different
World War
opinion.
II.
That's
Big
again,
one.
that's
How
how
about
come
you,
we're
Jeff?
asking.
Where would you go?
How about
Well,
Jeff.
is it where I would live? If
Where-
I could live
if
anywhere
you
in
could
the world?
live
Choose
in
any place to live.
Well, that I would live on a houseboat in the middle of Amsterdam, and on the daytime I would go to the coffee shop and have myself a joint, and I'd go to my job, and then I'd go to the whorehouse at night, and I'd go to catch a live sex show, and it would be good. The life of Jeff, you
trouble
know.
with houseboats? You have to watch out for the tidal waves and everything, right?
Oh, there are no tidal waves in those canals.
I like that he go. That's where he
I'm
goes
only
to.
being
there.
I was
realistic.
looking out for you, Jeff.
Yeah,
Never mind the drugs.
Look out for
Just
the
watch
drugs.
maybe
just watch out
maybe
for those
a piece of tidal
waves.
wave bubble gum.
Because
the
like
can.
if you live on the houseboat, you have number one, you can't get seasick if you're constantly on a boat. Do you get off the boat? If that's how you make a
You
living?
get land sick if you get off the
Well,
boat.
it is possible for the boat to drift out of the canal and into the ocean, but I'd have a pretty strong anchor on my houseboat.
So in other words, if you want to go somewhere and live on constantly just all the time being on a boat, you wouldn't get off the boat to do things.
well, it would.
No, he just
like,
said a few things he'd do if you get off the boat.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be. I'd be only.
He'd still be
on the boat
bobbing
at
and
night.
weaving, but he'd
I'd
be
be-
off the boat.
Yeah, like I said, I'd be spending most of my nights in the whorehouses.
There you go.
And where would you live?
Not Quincy's house, that's for sure. I would say Egypt, so I could visit the pyramids.
Okay.
Only at night though, because I'd get sunburned.
Well,
every day.
so to make, like I said, to make the show in, how come? What would you like about that?
I just said it because I want to see the pyramids.
Okay, the pyramid. Okay.
Not the one with Dick Clark either.
Like I said, everyone has their own opinion, and
Right.
okay,
I
everyone.
always dreamt of living in Switzerland.
Switzerland. I mean, like Swiss Miss hot chocolate. Is that what we're talking about? Switzerland.
No. Switzerland.
Switzerland.
I like the mountains. I like the snow. I like the skiing. I like the chocolate. I like the watches.
The
I like
clocks.
the army.
Everybody's
knives.
allowed to own an automatic weapon.
I like
Switzerland,
little
they were allowed to
knives
own
with little toothpicks.
Automatic weapons.
Oh yeah, in Switzerland, almost everybody's in the army. That's why you ever noticed that nobody's ever tried to go to war against Switzerland? Switzerland's always been a neutral country,
That's true. Yeah.
and they have all the money,
And they keep the best time.
and they keep the best time. That's
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
the
so
Japanese.
you're saying they make good watches?
well,
And
pretty,
they make
pretty
and they
good
have-
watches,
And Quincy,
Well-
they have holes in their cheese.
and they have holes in the cheese.
Oh, so you're talking about the cheese in Switzerland too?
Everything. There's a lot of things about Switzerland that are pretty
The
cool.
cheese. What else has holes besides the cheese?
Your brain.
I bet you know this, Quincy.
Your,
goes,
history.
Who goes all the way to Switzerland to get their watch fixed?
Oh yeah. Rodney Dangerfield. At least I don't go to Switzerland to get my watch fixed.
That's a good one. It was actually his wife.
This is his wife.
But yeah, that's the answer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
spend too much money? No, a lot of people go to Switzerland to get their watch.
Nah, at least I don't go to Switzerland to get my watch fixed. Thornton Mellon. He's right. Good point. You just made my night.
Glad I could help.
Really? Here you go.
He's right.
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
right. I've always wanted to.
Okay.
I've always wanted to visit Switzerland.
Well, that wraps it up. We're on our way to Switzerland.
Well, okay. Another interesting show. A little
I'll
bit of
say.
history. Like I said, everyone has their own
we
opinion.
try. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you tuned into history one of these days.
American.
American history.
Well, if you travel, like I said, though, you'd have to get an Interpenator to learn these different languages.
Interpenator.
Interpenated.
Isn't Arnold Schwarzenegger on that one?
Well, yeah, isn't that what they call it, an Interpenator? So you know what these people are saying?
Well, you kill words, so maybe you're an Interpenator.
Because if you go
Look that
somewhere,
up in your funkin' wagnall.
well, if you go somewhere, you don't know what they're saying, so you need an Interpenator.
We need one here.
Merriam-Webster's wondering about that one.
Really?
Yeah, because what good is it to go to a country or anywhere if you don't know what the person's saying?
You got a point.
So you have to get an Interpenator.
Some might be better off, but
Interpenator.
I think you can buy one of those at Walmart.
You could. All right, Quincy, say.
All right, so we thank you once again for watching radio into this very, I guess, what do you call it, important episode of Milk and Cashews, because all the topics are important. They have we tried our best to get the answer keys to them, but, so, again, drive safely, have a good night. We hope to see you soon. Good night. You can keep your bag of chips. I'm not amused. I'm riding shotgun with milk and cashews.